I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good morning, Gemano Veri. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful morning?
I'm fine. Thank you very much.
It's a great pleasure to connect with you, Germano. Tell me, what part of the world are you in right now?
I'm in Italy, in the north, on the north of Italy, near Ravenna.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Well, I really wish I'd been here as a famous rock drummer, but luckily I'm here as an entrepreneur. I'm the founder of a startup called improvo.com, and the spelling is IMPROOVO.com. That is a web platform that is transforming the training market in Italy. I'm also a brand new podcaster. The podcast is called Colazione di Lavoro. Of course, it's an Italian podcast that we can translate in English as business light lunch.
All right. Well, congratulations on entering into the podcasting community. It's
Thank
a
you
great
very
pleasure
much.
to have you. Yeah. That's amazing. Wow. Well,
Thank you.
tell us a bit more about how Improvo works.
Well, it's a web platform that matches the training needs with the offers. So it's not very different from other crowdsourcing platform like the well-known Upwork.com, freelancer.com, but it is focused on the training market. So it's about training needs, courses, and everything about knowledge and skills.
Who did you learn the skill of bringing together what's necessary for the world of entrepreneurship?
Improve was born after a long-term experience in the same market. I have been working for more than 10 years for several training and consulting firms, helping companies with their development plans. So what I've learned is by doing, and comes from my experience and relationship with companies for years.
Well, there's so much competition in the market, especially with what you're creating right now, Germano. Why will you continue to repeat the skill of bringing together what's necessary for entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship is like a journey, and for me, a new journey has just begun with improve.com. Probably the most challenging and exciting I've never taken up. So now I really want to see the end of the story. Hopefully an happy ending.
Now, on the logo of your company, Improvo, right? Is it improve?
Yeah.
Is it, what is that? Is it a dinosaur or is it
No.
a zebra?
Yes. This is the most important question we receive every time. No, it's a giraffe.
Giraffe. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
But many people think that it's a dinosaur because it's green, I think.
That's wonderful. Well, my friend, please do tell me one other thing that you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
That's quite easy because I mostly done just two things in over the last 3 years. Bringing up my daughter, she is 4, and bringing up my startup Improvo.
So how old do you say Improvo's age as well when you do that?
About 2 years ago.
Okay, so you have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. How does it make you feel to have been consistent with these both things, the family side and the business side?
Talking about the startup, it's very hard to explain because you have to be self-confident and a little reckless at the same time. You don't have to be scared of new challenges and of uncertain future. Talking about my daughter, it's a little bit different, but we have to be reckless as well.
Suggest to someone that's listening why they should definitely jump into the world of entrepreneurship, understanding the value that comes from the opportunity to be reckless.
Yeah, well, I think that you only live once, and if you think you have just had a great idea and you're confident about your skills, your knowledge, I think you have to go and get your chance. It doesn't matter if you fail, because it happens. But your goal is to see how the story ends.
I love it.
This is very important to me.
Love it, love it, love it. Amazing audience. We are live with Gemano Veri. Again, you can connect with him at improvo.com, which is spelled IMPROOVO. Improvo.com. Gemano, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Gemano, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Well, I remember me playing with my twin brother in my parents' first house.
How old do you think you were?
Probably I was 2 or 3 years old, I think.
Why do you think this memory is so clear?
I don't know exactly. It's sad to say. Probably because in that moment something changes, changing the way the baby looks at the world. I don't know. Probably in that moment I started to store memories. Probably.
That's intriguing. How do you see that memory connecting to who you are today?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. Probably the connection is about my culture, about the habits. I keep with me all over the years.
Yeah, it's intriguing. Well, can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Absolutely.
I love the idea of the opportunity, Gemano, to be reckless in a safe place, if you would. The way an entrepreneur builds the platform around him to then be reckless, the boundaries that are necessary, just like you and your brother at that point having that house that your parents built for you to be, air quotes, reckless.
Okay.
It's intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Now you're the guy that has your child, well, both of them technically, right? The business and the personal, which is your child. And though they have a safe place to be reckless in. Of course, with boundaries, right? The boundaries part is very necessary.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Makes sense, yeah, absolutely. Sounds great and sounds really. Sounds really.
Yeah. If we fast forward to when you were 12 years old, what was your favorite song?
Well, I started to listen to rock at a very young age. I was 12 in 1989, and I'm sure my favorite bands at the time were Pink Floyd and Dire Straits. Probably my favorite song when I was 12 was Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
All right. It's amazing how things connect. I know in business, money for nothing is really not a good idea most times. But Improvo is free, right?
It's free for companies.
Yeah.
You just have to pay if you are a teacher or trainer and you get an opportunity. If you don't get anything, you don't have to pay.
All right. Money for nothing, right? No money.
Yeah.
Well, Gemano, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Germano?
Okay, I'm ready.
Germano, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
No, not at this time.
Are you married?
Yes.
Well, you said you have children. How many children do you have?
Just one.
All right. Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
No. Less than 1 hour a day.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
No.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Yeah, absolutely more than 8 hours a day.
Germano, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Gemano Veri, what would you say that is?
Well, I don't know if it is unique, but I always say that it's not true that if you want, you can. I think it's absolutely false, but it will be worth it anyway. That's what I think.
Could you say that again? It will be worth what? Could you say that one more time?
Trying to achieve your goal will be worth it anyway.
Love it. Germano, this was a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, I just want to thank you all for listening and keep waiting for Improve to come in your country too. I hope very soon.
Love it. Gemano Veri, thank you, my friend, for being on what is inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.